And good Wednesday afternoon. I am meteorologist Jeff Porter. We are live in our digital studio, and I will tell you right now as we stream on both Facebook and also our YouTube streaming channel for WWMT News Channel 3. Someone is making chicken for lunch. It smells like chicken inside of our studios and throughout this adjacent hallway. So I guess it is time for a late lunch. But great to have you alongside. Hope you've been having a great first couple of days of 2024. We're getting you ready for a very small light snow event rest of today and tonight. And we're going to tell you where we think some of those slippery spots are going to be possible. Thrilled about the return of some sunshine tomorrow. So that is, a really, really big thing. And then we've got a couple of moments of snow. One is over the weekend, and then we're also going to run you into what next week looks like. Signs have been well laid out for the last several days about a big storm here, and a storm that's going to have a lot of implications here. Kimberly Wind Snow. Thank you for joining us here. She has the very best last weather-related weather name, perhaps in the history of time. Kimberly Wind Snow. So good afternoon to you, Kimberly. So this has been a well-advertised system. We need to figure out its track, and once we have a better sense for that, then therein will fall after how much snow and where. Are we going to mix in any rain and those kinds of things? The initial concerns ahead of the system are a real lack of cold air. So if we do end up on the sweet spot here, Jim Johnson joined us from Quincy. How are you, Jim? If we do end up in that sweet spot on the northwest side of the system, it would be a very heavy, wet snow, and we're going to show you sort of the initial stages of that. So we're going to walk you through all of that. I also want you to know that we're going to do this again tomorrow. We're going to also do this on Friday, and I'm working Saturday morning, so we'll be able to stream live from our digital studio as we get you into the weekend. So let's change a couple of views here, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and show you Allegan for a moment. I will remove myself for 10 seconds, so just stand by on. And okay, now you can see me. So number one, M89 and Allegan. Have we seen any snow so far? It's been really, really tiny flakes. It's been really drizzle and nothing but drizzle so far. But now we're starting to introduce some snow grains. Victoria, hello. Robin, good afternoon. Yeah, we do love her name. Kathy from Sturgis. Sturgis is in the house. How are you, Kathy? So starting to mix in some snow grains, and you're going to see more of that as we get you into the afternoon. So that is Allegan, and good afternoon to Allegan. What else do I want to show you? Well, we have the chance to take you to the Cereal City. Right now, about 75 folks on this live stream as we speak, and now 77. We appreciate every single one of you. Dan Glenn, join us from Tustin, all the way up there in Tustin. Dan, I always appreciate your weather reports from the Tustin area, where he says it's snowing right now. So snow in Tustin. We had some flurries, Battle Creek area, north side during News Channel 3 live at noon. And what about out over beautiful Bronson Park? Maybe a couple of flakes. Not a roadway concern. What is going to be the concern here? I think as we move towards sunset, Eileen, good afternoon. Sharon Cartwright out of Union City saying it's just misty right now. I think the concern here moving towards sunset is going to be bridges, the entrance, the exit ramps, the overpasses, the areas that are surrounded by colder air. Those are going to be the spots that could be slippery in the evening commute and overnight tonight. And accumulating, ultimately, talking here, under a half an inch. So sort of a non-event, but not quite, because we are worried about some of those slippery spots. All right, from beautiful Bronson Park and Candy Cane Lane still up right now. Let's talk about, all right, we'll just jump right to next Tuesday, and then we'll back up and get you back over to how much snow will fall over the weekend. So this is Tuesday at 5 o'clock. One of the latest models that just came in. The situation here is snow moving in during the Tuesday morning commute, but it's really the Tuesday evening commute that is going to be most impactful. Nubia, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on our live stream right here at News Channel 3. And you notice the temperature here, 32 Kalamazoo, 33 in Grand Rapids, 33 in Flint, 32 in Ann Arbor. High moisture content, heavy wet snow. It's the kind of snow where if you're a little bit older, you don't feel comfortable shoveling. This is the kind of system where you need to get some help, ask a neighbor for help, those kinds of things. So this is 5 o'clock on Tuesday. I think at some point here, some rain could mix in before we then briefly turn over to what would be the lake effect component of the storm and a lot of wind sweeping here on the backside. Northwest winds howling out over Lake Michigan. Right now, I could see anywhere between 40 and 50 mile per hour gusts. And you know what that's going to mean? That could mean maybe 15 to 20 footers, the open waters of Lake Michigan. We don't have any ice on Lake Michigan, so that, of course, increases the chance for some high wave action. So that's Tuesday right now. A couple of things to keep in mind. The track of this system will continue to change a little bit as we get some pieces to merge here. The arrival of cold air out of Canada, strong sort of digging system rounding the base of the jet stream. Victoria, how are you? And now there are some signs that some of this energy could transfer to the coast and create another storm. By the way, there is going to be a nor'easter on the eastern seaboard this weekend, Saturday into Sunday. I was forecasting for my mom here, and it looks like the Philadelphia area, the Mid-Atlantic area, Allentown, Reading, Harrisburg, those kinds of places. Cindy, how are you from Comstock? Cindy, I'm happy to be here. Thank you for joining us. So that's nor'easter number one over the weekend. Looking at some significant snows, maybe in excess of 6 inches, the Poconos, and then the Blue Mountains of central Pennsylvania. So you might be inclined to think another nor'easter might spin up off of our system for Tuesday and Wednesday. Signs are seemingly a little bit less for that. So if we can keep the energy here in the Midwest and we get some sort of a low coming through Indiana and Cleveland, that could really set us up for potentially several inches. Lindsay Morsaw joining us. Lindsay, how are you? I'm not going to put a number on accumulating right now, but I will say this. We have the chance here for in excess of a half foot. And we'll just kind of go ahead and leave it at that. Well, you've got weekend plans. I know you do. And snow fans, it's like, this event this afternoon, this evening, kind of a dud, right? Emblematic of what this winter has been all about. Little bit different here as we get you into the weekend. So we've got two takes here on snow from Saturday into Saturday night and into the day on Sunday, especially really Sunday morning. If we were to put sort of an arrival time on when snow will be developing on Saturday, I think it would be sort of after sunrise, 10 a.m., 11 a.m., and then everything sort of winding down or tapering off early Sunday afternoon. So one take here shows about 1 to 2. The other take shows about 1 to 1.5. Some brand new information here. So happening over the duration of 18 to 24 hours, roughly, factored in mid-30s during the day Saturday, middle and even upper 30s on Sunday. If we're going to accumulate here, it has to be transpiring Saturday night. So go ahead, I think, for just about a general 1 to 2 inches here over the weekend, enough to cover the ground, cover the lawn, and those kinds of things. And, maybe then some accumulating on some road surfaces as we get you into Saturday night. So here's what we'll do. We'll just kind of button up everything and we'll leave this lovely live look behind us. Be careful driving home from work. If you're working remotely, of course, you're in a great spot to do that. And I think as we look at next week and we look at kids, Ken, how are you? Good afternoon from Germany. He's on vacation with his wife. It's good to be you, Ken. Please tell your wife we say hello. You look at kids, again, they're off school this week. They were off last week. Going back on Monday, potentially maybe a couple of snow days here, Tuesday and Wednesday. So that is something to factor in as well. Not speaking for superintendents. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing right now. So we'll reference that. But just be careful coming home here. And certainly tomorrow we're thrilled about the sun. It'll be really, really beautiful. In fact, tomorrow is the most beautiful day out of the next 7 days. Now, another thing I want to reference is for our friends at Timber Ridge, our friends at Bittersweet, Boyne Mountain, even earlier this morning, the Boyne Mountain area reporting mixed precipitation. They're going to continue to be able to make snow at night. Temperatures in the lower and the middle 20s. I think we've got 24 tonight, 22 tomorrow night. They're going to be able to fire up those snow guns and try to build that base back up. You get a little bit of that natural stuff over the weekend, then potentially a lot more early next week, and they can start to feel good about their base and folks getting out and being able to snowboard and ski and snow tube and all those kinds of things. Hey, Shannon, good afternoon. Shelly, good afternoon. And Kenny, again, saying good afternoon as well. Chief Meteorologist Keith Thompson. Boy, he's been off a lot of days. He was back in the saddle yesterday. He'll be back for News Channel 3 live at 5:36, his typical schedule on ARC at 10. Used to be the CW. It's now ARC at 10 and News Channel 3 at 11. Peg Hudson giving us the good vibes for snow. Peg, we appreciate those good vibes. Forecast updated at WWMT.com/weather. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 4:30 with Andy Pepper, who's been filling in all week and doing a wonderful job. Really, really enjoying working with Andy. We'll do that again on Friday. Then, of course, I'll see you Saturday morning. I'm working for Colin, so I'll be working with our very own Allie Jenner John. We start our show 6 a.m. on Saturday. All right, have a great afternoon, a safe evening commute. Check out Keith Thompson at 5, and also check out our social media platforms. I'm Jeff Porter WX. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me right here on Facebook, also Instagram, and it's the same. It's the same sort of client name byline over on Threads. I am posting on Threads as well. It is threads.net/Jeff Porter WX. Rocky Johnson, good afternoon. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you for joining me on this live stream. More than 100 of you were on there for most of that. So thank you. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.